Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Episode 79.
Woohoo!
Tonight we're reviewing Hail Caesar!
I don't know
what this movie was.
I don't know what this movie was. I don't know what it was trying to be. I don't know what it was going for. I found myself very confused throughout a lot.
A lot.
When a Coen Brothers movie comes out, it's like an event for
Right.
me. I love the Coen Brothers, right? And, they've hit or miss, like, whatever. I still think this movie was interesting. Like, it's better than other shit.
Sure.
But it feels like the Coen Brothers are referencing something really specific and really highbrow, and I'm not getting it. And that happens sometimes, like, in A Serious Man, I was like, but I didn't go to Hebrew school in the 70s. So, and that's how I felt in this movie. I was like, I don't know, which seems like weird. Like, a Coen Brothers movie about Golden Age of Hollywood seems right up my alley.
And you know what? My big problem with it was that, like the concept, I guess, kind of works, but, like, the conflicts were...
Well, yes. So Coen Brothers movies, the reason I love them usually is the tension is so sharp and, like, right? And it just builds and builds and builds to this crescendo. In this movie, I was like, I don't care about anything.
Nope. Here's what I'm going to say about this movie, because it all clicked for me. So Channing Tatum...
Tanning Tatum?
Channing Tatum has a musical number.
Yep.
And at the end, actually halfway through the musical number, I realized this movie suffers from the same problems that this musical number does.
Uh-huh.
And the only way that I can explain it...
I'm excited.
Channing Tatum...
Getting excited.
...moves like this.
Yeah. He's not great.
And I'm like, good lord, why is this musical? Like, this is a fucking dance number. Get Gene Kelly back here. What the fuck is going on?
From the grave.
Exactly.
It definitely felt... Well, certainly I need to state that Channing Tatum should not sing.
And however it'll be, it ain't gonna be the same.
No.
At least not like musicals.
Yeah.
It was not working.
He could maybe make Sondheim work or something, but like...
Maybe.
Yeah.
He was very breathy. He had very weird phrasing.
Mm-hmm. But I was more disappointed in his dancing, particularly because he's a dancer.
You're playing an instrument. It's not, I don't even think they should call it tap dancing. They should just call it, like, foot percussion or something.
It was no Richard Gere in Chicago where you're like, fuck, he spent 3 months learning how to tap dance. It was very like, and I'll do a nice thing, it's nice, tippity tap tap, and you're like...
And it was just, like, but it was so slow.
It was so slow.
I was like, this musical number needs to move fuck along.
What was the joke?
Oh, I loved the joke.
But, like, within the context of the movie, right?
Well, I don't understand
That's
that.
what I don't get.
And I agree with that, particularly for two reasons. So, the joke of his number...
It's an on-the-town, like, a sailor is going back to sea.
There is nothing but a dame South Pacific number, but instead they're like, except there is because we're all gonna fuck each other.
There's definitely an undertone of homosexuality.
I mean... Which is great! But the entire joke, for me, was ruined because of the subpar performance of the dancing in the musical.
Yes, but also, that's my problem with... Okay, so this movie is, like, almost a too realistic of a...
Yes.
...take on this time period.
There wasn't enough, like, Mel Brooks in it.
Give me the playback and watch me bang it.
So I'm sitting there like, okay, is this a parody of... musicals, or is it making us like under like a subtle comment?
And I think particularly because of the framework that the movie set up, where it's like you were supposed to be watching what was being recorded as a movie in 1950,
right?
But that clearly was not. I mean, like, that was not something that they would have been saying
No.
You know? So it was like the joke then was weird to me.
The joke within the time frame that the movie takes place doesn't make sense.
Right.
So then go for broke and make it silly and ridiculous. Okay, that's fine. That's the joke. That's how I felt through all of this movie.
The whole movie.
What's the joke?
The whole movie, I was feeling like I wanted a little bit more Singing in the Rain meets Mel Brooks.
Yes.
And a little less like, you know, like it was almost like a noir, like
the noir mystery was not doing it for me.
No.
There was like so many characters, and the problem was, you really liked, like I loved the whole Ralph Fiennes, the cowboy kid.
Say your line exactly as I'm about to. Would that it were so simple.
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 Yeah, I thought he was great.
The kid, I don't know his name.
I looked it up, and he's not in anything I knew.
I already forgot what it is. It's something like Anton Yelchin, but it's not that. But it's something like that. He was great.
Yeah.
Ralph Fiennes plays Lawrence.
Yes, Lawrence Lawrence.
Who's a gay British man who he's basically George Cukor. And I loved it.
And then also that was the only scene I thought that benefited from being really, really long.
Yes, because it just built and got better. But then they would go to like Josh Brolin scenes, and I'd be like, I don't care about this.
The problems that he was solving were all individual.
Yeah, nothing connected. Like, there was so much ground they covered that they didn't cover any ground.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I want more of just that, or more of just that.
And when then, like, that editing scene, what was the point of that?
Well, okay, so Frances McDormand plays this, like, crazy editor, and
she was great.
This is my thing. That was from a different movie.
Yeah.
The tone was insane. It was from a different movie. It was from the movie I wish this movie was.
Exactly.
Like, I was like, this is crazy. I love it. And there was like, next scene. I was like, no, I don't want to hear about the communists talk anymore about stuff.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
If they devoted half the time they did to them talking about like communist values.
I don't know. Okay, so like, this movie was really weird. So it seems to be doing many things. Promoting the studio system, which seems like a weird stance to take for like independent or used to be independent filmmakers. It's like pro-communism, kind of?
Kind of.
So basically George Clooney is abducted.
Yeah.
And he wakes up and he finds that all these writers have kidnapped him for reasons, and they're all communists.
Wondering what's going on?
And what was annoying was that they spent so much time on it and the joke never paid off.
It just wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny. Are you trying to promote McCarthyism? Is this like...
Right? Because then I was like, is this going to be some blacklist thing where all these writers are blacklisted? No, they're actually communists. Okay. And then it turns out Channing Tatum is a communist. Spoilers. And there's a real weird, like, Russians are coming scene where they meet a submarine.
It's so weird and it takes so long.
It looks like Washington crossing the Delaware.
Yeah, where he's just like...
And he's got like a little dog because he's gay. Like,
wait, so he's gay, but he's gonna go join the communists in Russia where he's clearly gonna be killed for being gay? Like, what? Uh-huh.
What was the money for?
Yeah, well, right? Oh, and so then they like give him like, they're like, no, take the $100,000 that we ransomed him for and like give it to the cause of communism.
So like, was the whole plot, so Channing Tatum's plot is, I'm a communist.
Mm-hmm.
I rounded up all these writers to be communists with me. I'm gonna ransom George Clooney for $100,000 to pay off the writers to row me to the submarine. Like, I didn't get what was going on.
I didn't either. I wanted it to either be darker or more cynical.
Or lighter.
Again, like, you know, or,
it was very in the middle.
Like, give me just, like, a total farce. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Or make it, like, it was just confused. I'd rather just go watch On the Town.
Yeah.
Well, so On the Town is the one with Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
And
the other guy.
And, right, and they're, like, you know, in New York, whatever. But so then Anchors Away is, oh, wait, that's also one?
Anchors
Gene
Away.
Kelly and Frank Sinatra.
Anchors Away, they're in blue outfits.
Yeah.
On the Town, they're in white outfits. So that's all you need to know. For me, at least, I was like, trying harder to understand things because I know it's the Coen Brothers and I know they're referencing something specific. But
Fair.
I was like, huh? Like whenever that Sigmund Freud sounding older communist would start talking, I was like, huh?
Oh, I meant to look him up.
Like what?
Because I felt like I was 98% sure that was the guy from IQ with Meg Ryan.
No.
But I'm pretty sure he died.
Andrew, the guy from IQ is Walter Matthau. He's totes dead. He died in like the early 2000s.
Wait, the guy who plays Einstein was Walter Matthau?
It was Walter Matthau.
Was it really?
It really was.
Oh, and he definitely did die. Oh. Yeah, because it was the same stupid German accent.
This is what got me started in my work.
Nope.
Cool.
Although I feel like I want to revisit IQ.
I love that movie, and you know what? I actually watched it somewhat recently,
Yeah.
and for me, it held up entirely.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, it's a really cute, silly
Yeah.
it was a cute rom-com. I would recommend IQ.
Watch IQ.
Totally unrelated to this movie. But also watch Singing in the Rain and Anchors Away and On the Town and
like Radioland Murders and Soap Dish. Like there's much better like behind the scenes.
Right?
That are a send up. Like this movie was not a send up to the Hollywood system. It wasn't an accurate portrayal. Like it wasn't LA Confidential.
No.
Or Hollywoodland.
No.
Even though, you know, those movies aren't the
Sure.
best. It was, I didn't know what it was. I don't know what this is. Like, go watch Barton Fink. That's a much better, like, Coen Brothers take on Hollywood that has this dark, like, climax at the end that you're like, what's
That we've been
going
waiting.
on?
It was almost
I kept
like
waiting for something to happen.
I kept being like, wait, this is a Coen Brothers movie?
This was like, blah! Like, it just felt like a splatter page. Whoa! And on that note, it felt like a sneeze. Like, it felt like...
They're like...
just like, let's throw everything at the wall. And I personally didn't get it. I'm looking forward to the next Coen Brothers movie.
Sure.
I'll be a lifelong fan. It's all fine. But I just was not into it. Yeah.
Meh.
Unfortunate. I'll see the next one.